Hello everyone. Welcome back for another pick a card reading. This one has been a long time coming, and this one is for what is coming up in your love life. And you can watch this if you are in a relationship. You might get some insights. As always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But I'm envisioning this is a little bit more for singles. I feel like I was called to do this reading because a few people needed some messages. So if you are new here, we have pile 1, 2, and 3. So take some time, meditate, see which pile is kind of calling to you. If you're not sure, then I always just kind of focus on one pile and see if any of the other ones feel like they're a little bit left out or feel like you might have a message there. It's also okay to watch a couple of different piles if you feel like you are drawn to multiple. So that is always something where you might have a message in multiple different sections as well. I'm going to put crystals on it to help you, but if you need to pause, feel free to pause and then skip to the timestamp below to see your reading. Here we go. All right, here we are with crystals, just in case that helps you to make your decision. So go ahead and take as much time as you need, and then I'll see you for your reading in just a moment. All right, group number 1, you have chosen this really nice ocean jasper, by the way. And ocean jasper is really good for prioritizing yourself. So this could be an interesting sign that maybe you need to prioritize yourself and your own desires a little bit more. Maybe you've been focusing too much on finding a partner and not enough on bettering yourself, or I'm feeling that maybe some of you are kind of a little bit sick of bettering yourselves. But ocean jasper can also kind of symbolize, just potential, just enhancing confidence and positivity as well. So nurture yourself and positive things will come to you. So let's see what your oracle cards have to say, and then we'll get into tarot. This is kind of funny. What does your soul say? So this is telling me that, and it's kind of funny because this is like an ocean color and we have ocean jasper. So this is telling me that you've really been questioning a lot of things. You've been kind of trying to figure things out and really questioning like what you want, I think, because I think maybe your ideals of what you have wanted in a partnership have changed, and maybe you're kind of working on this balance. I'm almost sensing that maybe you have been trying to balance being a hopeless romantic and believing in love, but then also wanting to balance practicality and being like, well, do these things really exist where I'm expecting them to? So I think you've been doing a lot of introspection here and a lot of just kind of checking balance and seeing where you really want to be so that you can align with your future partner. Let's see what else we've got for you. We have 2 cards that just came out together. We have, interesting, we have freedom, and this kind of matches our color scheme. You've got a lot of blue going on here. So it says, I possess the power and free will to create my own happiness. So again, this really feels like you've been doing some soul searching. You've been doing things a lot independently. And we also had grief come out at the same time. So that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it, which is interesting because it makes me think that maybe you're still hung up on a partner from a long time ago. And I think that there was a lot of pain there, and you've just been kind of going through it to try and figure out how to be yourself in this situation, and not let them or whatever they did to you in the past kind of shape your future, if that makes sense. Oh my gosh, this one says, ambush your fear with ferocious dream. So this one's very interesting, and also I wonder if elephants have any significance for you, or this 51 here. I'm sensing almost that some of you have been traveling to kind of find yourselves, or you've been feeling the need to travel. And if that's the case, let me know in the comments because I'm actually really curious. But this elephant is just making me think that you kind of have needed to push yourself out of your comfort zone and kind of become this new person, but you need a new place to do it, is what I'm getting there. So either you've been traveling or you're going to be doing some traveling in the near future. Let's see if there's anything else we've got for you in here. Oh, okay. We've also kind of got this fox, if we get that to focus. Integrate your knowing. So integrate things that you have learned in order to be able to kind of move forward. It's almost like your light is kind of shining and lighting the way on this new path that you're going down. It feels like you're kind of like your independence is really, really, really coming through for me here. And I feel like maybe a lot of people don't understand the independence, and like you've almost reached this point where you were really hurt by a past relationship or a past person, so much so that you've become so independent that you're not sure if anybody else can really fit in. But I think what this is saying is that you're going to be able to integrate everything that you've learned in order to be able to move forward with a relationship in the future. We just had a few things come out here. So this is quite interesting. We've got the Six of Wands, which makes me think that you kind of have been going on this journey. And you're really finding a community that you love, or you will be finding them very soon, and finding some like-minded people who have been through things or are kind of going to help you into this new phase of your life. And this could be where you're going to meet this person, or it could just be that your independence and kind of changing up your lifestyle are bringing new people into your life. We also have the Knight of Swords here, which is interesting because I'm seeing that people, like it's been kind of slow is what I'm getting from these previous cards. And all of a sudden I think things are really going to speed up because you've been doing so much thinking that all of a sudden things are just going to kind of change a little more quickly than you're used to. So don't let that throw you off, because I think you're kind of used to this slow pace where not much is happening. And I think that's going to change quite quickly here, and it's going to surprise you, but in a good way. Let's see what else the Tarot has for you as far as your love life and what is coming in the future. What does group 1 need to know? Oh my gosh, I love this. You're so close. You are so close to kind of ending this cycle that you've been in for what I think feels like a really long time. It feels like you've been stuck. And I love that I think things, again, are really going to speed up for you. You're going to be finding these like-minded people, and it's going to feel like home. I think it's going to be feeling suddenly like, you know, after all of this and kind of battling and having that grief, all of a sudden things are just going to right themselves because you are almost at the end of this cycle and this learning path that you've been on. And it has not been easy. Again, I think this one kind of connects to the grief a little bit. It has not been easy, and I think at times it kind of almost like spirals and pulls you back in, and you have felt pretty alone in this. I think it's so fascinating that you've got the Six of Swords here and the Six of Wands, which is kind of interesting for me because I'm seeing that you have felt really, really alone. And like, am I ever going to find people or find a partner who has all of these things and has been working on themselves the same way that I have this whole time? And it's been a tough journey. But again, I think things are going to really speed up for you quickly here. And this person is going to challenge you in a really good way. Ooh, and we also have Two of Pentacles. So I think this person is really going to balance you out. And I think they're going to kind of, this could be something where you know them from work, or they're just going to kind of help you balance a few things out that you haven't been able to balance. This is really all about duality and being able to work together well. And that could be actual work, or it could just be that your partnership is going to just be something that has a lot of unity, because what I'm feeling is your last relationship that gave you so much grief and was kind of trapping you. Oh my gosh, this one just shot out over here. It was not balanced. Oh my gosh, Knight of Wands, I love it. So you've got the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, which I think really just shows me that this person is going to be someone that you can have fun with. I'm sensing a lot of travel. I'm sensing that you might even go back to these places that you went by yourself, or maybe your partner that hurt you in the past wasn't really into travel, didn't really want to go places with you. They were kind of stuck in their same old routine, and so you weren't feeling like you could grow and be free. And it caused a lot of grief because I think you lost your identity a little bit. So I think really being able to know that you're going to be able to go places with this new partner and show them all the things that you've learned, and they're going to be really excited to do this with you. This is another one of my favorite cards, the King of Pentacles. This is like ultimate comfort. Like, you're going to be able to relax with this person. This is going to be something that is going to make you incredibly happy. It's going to make them happy as well. And this is just that all of your hard work is really paying off, and that you are going to be able to kind of settle down with this person, but not in a bad way. Like, I think that you'll still have kind of, it's an interesting dynamic here because you'll still be able to travel and go all these different places that you want to go, but it's just going to be comfortable. It's not going to be like something that you have to worry about every single time something comes up. It will flow is what I'm really getting here. Okay, and let's go ahead and let's use some of my favorite romance cards here to find out what else group number 1 needs to know about their love life. What's coming up for group number 1? Let's see. Oh, this one just came right out. Let's see. Ooh, past life relationship. You have known each other before. So I'm sensing that when you meet this person, there's going to be a connection where you'll feel like they're just really familiar. You'll feel like you've known them. And I think that's why it's going to be so easy and comfortable, because you've not only been working on things in this life, but in past lives as well. Oh. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we have so many. We have freedom, and then we have free yourself. It's time to take control back of your life. So I think, again, not feeling trapped or like grieving what happened in the past, just really moving forward and letting things work the way that they should is going to be it's going to be what you need in this new relationship. And like, take a deep breath. Like, I almost feel like you've been holding your breath as you've been getting this reading. So take a deep breath, because guess what? Things are about to get a lot better. I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever gotten this card actually out of this deck, which is so funny. I feel like I always pull similar ones, but I think that this could involve a long-term partnership and a wedding, which is lovely. But do pay attention to red flags. I think that you might actually, what I'm getting from this is that not you're going to get red flags from your person, but that you might have like a few false people that you're like, oh my gosh, I think this is my person. And then it turns out to not be. So I think just pay attention to red flags, because your partner is not going to have red flags. Your partner is going to be playful. And I think you are going to kind of have to teach each other and learn what you want. Because I know there's that whole thing where it's like, well, if he or she doesn't do it without me asking, then it's not worth it. That is not a red flag. That is just sometimes you need to communicate. So don't take the red flags as like, oh, they don't know how to give me flowers. They don't know how to do this. I think red flags are more like the toxicity that you might have seen in your previous relationship. So I think, again, your person is really going to be, right off the bat, someone that you feel comfortable with. And you have had a lot of deception in your past. So I think that you are really wary of that. And that's maybe why you've kept yourself out of relationships, because you're scared that you're going to be deceived by someone yet again. But I'm not getting the feeling that your partner that is going to be coming up, that we've been talking about here, I'm not getting the sense that they are going to deceive you. I think they've also been a victim of deception in the past. So I think they're also a little bit jaded, and they've had to go through some self-exploration as well. What else do we have? You and your loved ones are safe. I feel like I pull this one so much, but I think that's just a really comforting card to know that you're going to be safe. Maybe there were some things that scared you about your past relationship and you really didn't feel free. And this one, you're going to feel just safe and loved. This one, oh, I love this one to kind of finish off. Hold your vision. So this means like, do not let yourself feel like you're never going to find your person. Don't let it get you down. Don't let the thoughts that keep you up at night being like, am I really ever going to find this person, or am I just going to be alone forever? Hold your vision. Do not give up. You are going to find your perfect match, and it is going to be work. It's not ever completely easy and carefree, because you have to work to grow together, but it is going to be an amazing relationship. Hold your vision. Don't give up. Just keep doing all the things that you have been doing, all the introspection, because it is about to happen for you. So please comment. Let me know if any of this resonated for you. Let me know what you're thinking. And if you picked this pile, let me know what some of your favorite cards were, or how you're feeling about your current situation. Don't forget to like it and subscribe for more readings, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. So group number 2, you picked the Pyrite. That always brings a lot of luck and prosperity. Let's see what your love life has in store. So far, we have accept and receive. This is very interesting. Different from our last pile. Let's see what else we've got. Ooh, conclusions are within reach. And this is interesting because I'm actually filming this on a full moon. So I wonder if that has anything to do with it. We'll see how fast I can get this up and edited, but it actually might be up during the full moon as well. So I think that just means that you're kind of like ending the cycle that you're currently in, and like accepting and receiving that something is very close. So this makes me feel like you have a person that maybe you have already met, or maybe you are going to meet them very soon. I kind of hate to say that, because then I feel like people are just like checking every single person that they meet, and they're like, is this the person? Is this the person? Who knows? But I almost, with this group, I'm almost sensing it's like someone that you have already met. Okay, especially because we're getting trust here, which is interesting. So this could be, this is a person that you already know and trust, and you have a really good feeling about it, or this is that you're trusting yourself, that you have kind of like learned to put yourself in situations where you think that you are possibly going to meet this person. But I think overall just trusting. And I think what's funny is I'm almost getting that when I said like conclusions are within reach, some of you just said to yourselves, like, no, like I've been waiting too long. This is not going to happen. Like, I don't think I'm going to find my person, which is funny because we have the success card here. And it says, I know there is no greater goal than to love, which is so funny because I feel like you are going to trust that you are going to have success in the dating world, even if it feels like it's been like pretty miserable. I'm almost feeling like, okay, I think we're done with that deck. I'm almost feeling like you have maybe deleted the dating apps and you're like, oh, should I reactivate them? Like it's just a full-time job. Because, oh, this one just flew right out. What is this one? Let's see. So bliss is worth creating, from. Interesting. And we've got from and for crossed out. So again, this is kind of making me feel like almost even with these cross-outs right here on this card, that it's like you feel like you've struck out, like you've tried, you put in your best effort, you've gone on a few dates and it just has not been working. But I think it hasn't been either the right person, the right circumstances, or maybe you've met that person and I'm almost feeling that the timing wasn't right here. It says the spark of the hustle. So yeah, you've been working. Group number 2, you have been working and you've been really trying to find your person. And I feel like you, again, have almost made it like your full-time job to try and make sure that you're setting up these dates. And I think it has been hard to trust that it's all going to work out. Let's see what else. I'm going to grab this tarot deck and see, because I'm interested if we can get like some characteristics about this person, if you have already met them or something like that. Let's see. I just had a bunch of cards jump out, but sometimes when that happens, I want them to go back in and jump back out if it's really meant to be, because then it really gives us a good message. Okay, so what's funny here is we have the spark of the hustle and the magician. Often in a lot of the tarot guidebooks, it'll say like you've got the spark and you can, this card basically says like you can do whatever you set your mind to, and you are going to make this happen for yourself. Like you are ready to start this journey. I think that maybe again you've like gone on dates and then you've perhaps deleted those dating apps and you've been like, oh, I'm just not dealing with this. And I feel like you've taken a little break, and I feel like when you are ready to make it happen, it is absolutely going to happen, but you're gonna have to change a little bit of what you've been doing. Like I think I'm almost feeling like when you're on a date with someone, you interview them almost like it's like a job, like you literally have a laundry list, which tell me down in the comments if that's true. Like you kind of have like a checklist in your mind, and if they don't meet one of the items on the checklist, you're almost like, check please, like, and you're ready to leave. Which is kind of funny because I feel like you've done a lot of growth since then, and you've been kind of like been on your own journey, and you're like, all right, do I meet my list of demands as well? So I think maybe you've kind of been forced to relax a little bit on that, or you've just been working on other things, and kind of been working on retreating and kind of growing in your own way, which is so funny that we have the Page of Pentacles, because it's almost like you put in all this work and now you're kind of going to take what you've learned and shift it a little bit and kind of trust the process. And I think it's going to not be as much work as it has been in the past. Like it's going to be something that it just is going to work out, which I think sometimes is hard for you to accept, but it is going to work out. Let's see what else we've got for you. I really want to see if we can maybe even get a timeline here or some qualities about this person. But I think you relaxing is a huge piece of this, and kind of being able to just let go and trust that when you find your person, or maybe this person has been working and changing as well. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, be bold and make the first move. Okay, this might be part of what you're changing. It almost might be like maybe something didn't work out with this person in the past. Like, I'm almost sensing like you went on a date with them, you had your list, they didn't check everything off, or maybe somebody ghosted somebody else, but I don't think it was bad. Like, I think something just happened either in their life or your life where you were like, gotta put this on pause. So I'm almost sensing like if you're thinking of someone right now, I think this is a sign that you should reach out to them and be bold and make that first move. Because I think in today's dating culture, there's a big thing where it's like, well, if it's not just like falling perfectly into place, or they're not romancing me exactly the way that I wanted, exactly what you had on your list, then it's not meant to be. And I think sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes I think you might need to prove to yourself like you can be bold and make the first move. And I think maybe they have possibly been waiting for that as well. So let's see if we can get some characteristics of them. I'm picking up a different deck. So let's see. What does group number 2 need to know about this person? What hints can I give them about any characteristics of this person or the relationship they're going to experience? Okay. So what's interesting is I think they have really been reflecting on their feelings as well. Like I don't know if they were emotionally ready last time you guys went on a date or last time you talked. I think they were not emotionally in the same place that you were. I think maybe you were ready for something a little bit more serious, and they just weren't ready yet. And I think they had to do some kind of internal work there, and you were just off. I feel like you had things to do at work or things going on, like other things that you were doing. So it wasn't that big of a deal, but I think that they just have kind of matured in the past little bit here. Because I'm almost sensing like you had to walk away. Like you had to be like, no, I really like this person, but it's not going to work out because they don't have the things that I need them to have. But what I'm getting is like they have caught up with you essentially, which is so interesting. That I think now it's going to work in a different way. I think that you're still going to be able to teach each other different things. And it won't be perfect. So that's the thing, is like, even if it's not perfect, don't do the thing where you're like, well, I'm gonna like not talk to you, or say it's not gonna work because you don't have everything on my list. I think you need to trust. And if 11 means something to you, this one's interesting, or like this little bit of duality, they almost might be a Gemini. There's gonna be some justice here where I think things felt unfinished, like you have kind of questioned. So I really am almost getting the feeling that you have already met this person. And if you haven't, then I think, again, don't judge them as harshly, and it's all going to work out eventually. But I'm almost sensing group number 2 that you already know this person, but you've kind of been questioning what went on or what is going on. But I think this being bold and making the first move is really something important, because you have been way too in your head about this person. Like, I think you have been like really swirling things around and like bringing up narratives that might not necessarily be the way that things are, because I don't think this person is like as they're not overthinking it like you are. They're just kind of doing their own thing, kind of like you were, and it just needs a little push. So let's see what the love angels have to say. Forgiving and learning. Ooh, yes. Okay. So as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So it's almost like maybe you had a relationship in the past where you like, I'm getting that you were just really shut off from this person because they weren't able to communicate with you. So now you kind of feel like you have a little bit of a wall up, and you're not really willing to make the first move. Like, you really want to be romance and have everything be perfect, but it's not bad if that's not what's happening. Because I think, again, this other person just needs a little bit of a push as well. I think that you have been focusing on your finances and your career, and so have they. Like, I'm almost thinking, I think your person might even have their own business, or you have your own business. I'm really feeling an entrepreneur here. Maybe you both have your own business, and like, it's just hard to make your paths collide because you have really busy schedules. And so sometimes it just seems like you have no time for each other. That's not the case. Even if you can just make a little bit of time, I think that just those like small little, like if you can make dinner for each other or meet up for coffee, I think those little things are better than nothing for sure. And this one, I love this card because it says you deserve love, you are lovable. So it might seem like you think that you're like a little bit too hard or in your head, or you're just like too independent to let someone in, but you do deserve love, and you are going to find your counterpart, and it's going to be fantastic. This person I do think is going to be a soulmate, and I think that you have really been, again, trying to visualize, trying to work on things, and I think they have too, but I think I'm just feeling a pause. Like I'm just feeling like something came up. There was just a little bit of a pause, and then you weren't sure whether you should continue or not, and I'm so curious. So please let me know down in the comments if this is resonating for you, because I'm really, really curious. I feel like there was a bit of an interruption. I think like, again, could have to do with the businesses. Let's see. Ooh, okay. This one's so funny. Surrender to sweetness. And this one has Venus energy, which is so funny because I feel like you've kind of been a little bit hard and a little bit like not in your feminine energy. It doesn't matter what gender you are, but it just feels like kind of like let go a little bit. Like with this accept and receive that we got at the very beginning. Ooh, karmic relationships. So again, this is going to be one where you're going to have some soul growth, and you are learning right now, kind of in this interim and in the pause of whatever's going on. But I think the key is to just not overthink it. Like don't let yourself spiral, even though that's the easiest thing to do, but you're learning right now not to spiral in a sense. Ooh, baby steps. Again, so follow your intuition. It may not always make sense. I think that's something for you, that you want everyone to make sense or everything to make sense, and you want everything to be super logical. And just know that since you are growing in this, it's not always going to make the most sense, but just taking those baby steps and maybe making the first move. Maybe send them a little text, maybe call them just to ask how they're doing, invite them to go to coffee or something. And I think you might be surprised at what you find, that they've matured a little bit since your last meeting. So please let me know. I'm very interested to see if this resonated with anybody. If this even could be a relationship pause. So let me know what resonated down in the comments. Please like this video and subscribe. Come back for more readings. I'm going to try to make sure I'm doing more than I have been. So can't wait to connect with more of you, and I will see you later. Thanks for letting me do this reading. Bye. All right, group number 3. Let's see what is in store for you for your love life. And you picked the sodalite, which is interesting because it symbolizes harmony and balance. So let's see what is coming in for you. Prosperity sisters are happiness and joy. Interesting. Okay. So prosperity, happiness, and joy for your love life. That's always good to start with, right? And then we have a time for healing, which is interesting. We have balsamic moon, which always reminds me of the Mediterranean. So maybe there's some travel in your future. That would be fantastic. All right. Let's look at a few more cards. What does group number 3 need to know about their love life? What is coming up for group number 3? What do they need to know? Ooh, creator alchemy. So this feels like you are almost like working on creating something that's really important to you. And I think you're working on creating joy and creating and really thinking and reflecting on what you want in a relationship. Because again, I'm getting some similar energy to, I think it was group number 1, where it's kind of been like your expectations have changed a little bit. We've got cozy up with risk. We have also got fire. So this person that might be coming into your love life might be a fire sign. So that could be very interesting. What's funny is this was shuffled really well, and we've got 60 and 61 right next to each other. So it's kind of funny if either of those numbers mean anything to you. Or almost like I'm feeling like if a 6 means something to you, because we also have 36 over here. So that's interesting. But cozy up with risk. I think that's something that maybe like that's a sign that you should put yourself out there a little bit more. Because I think it is risky. It is exhausting to try and find your person. But just knowing that there might be a little bit of risk involved. Let's see. I'm almost getting travel for you. Like you are going to meet your person. I think that either you are very artistic or they are very artistic. You are living poetry. So I feel like this is going to be like a really cool love story, and I think you're going to meet in a really interesting way. I'm sensing that I'm according to what we've seen so far, I don't think you've met this person yet. But I think it's going to be a really cool story. And it's one of those things where like you've been healing, you've kind of been creating. You're not sure if you should be taking risks and kind of doing things. But again, for some reason, I really am getting travel. Let's see if we can get anything more from it. Let's get a tarot deck. And what does group number 3 need to know about what's coming up for their love life? Let's see. Okay, that is so weird. We're actually going to try a different deck because I feel like it's just not the right one. Group number 3, you have got some interesting energy going on here. All right, let's try this one. What do we need to know? Oh, there we go. Okay. We've got 2 that kind of came out here together. So we've got the Page of Pentacles, which I think is again, really like you just kind of focusing on your own energy and healing a little bit. I feel like these 2 kind of go together. And again, I really feel I'm getting an artistic feel from you. And when it comes to like you've been really working on your self-expression and your development, which is interesting because we've got them kind of weaving again here. So it's almost like you've been really working on something. You've been working on your self-expression, your self-development. And I'm sensing definitely somebody is an artist here. It could be you, it could be them. Definitely give this video a like and put in the comments if you are an artist, or maybe the person that you are trying to manifest is an artist, because I feel like you are already creating so many things. I'm wondering if somebody's a writer, and it's almost like you feel like nothing you write is going to measure up with what you want. But what's so interesting is we got 10 of Cups here. So this is like complete emotional fulfillment. Like this is like you're going to find your partner and have your dream life, and it is going to be almost like a storybook, because what you've created is something that you are deeply, deeply manifesting. Oh my gosh, we also have the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like you're doing all this tremendous work, and you're going to have kind of this life of your dreams. Oh my gosh, group number 3, this is really cool. We also have 8 of Pentacles, which just shows that you're kind of like, you are an out of the box person. So I think this energy that I'm getting from you really is this like creator energy, and that maybe you don't tend to take a lot of risks in your love life because you're kind of just like busy doing your own thing. And I almost think your partner is too, and it's almost like you have to create your own separate things in order to be able to come together, but it just hasn't happened yet. And I think it's interesting, we've got 8, 8, and then we've got 10 and 10. So again, really interesting kind of like duality with these different cards, but they're similar but very different, which is interesting. We've got the 8 of Swords, which really shows me that you have kind of been like really in your head about it, and you've been thinking like, will whatever I've been picturing ever be able to be a reality, or am I going to kind of be stuck with my own thoughts forever and ever, and no one's going to understand me? And I think you've been doing quite a lot of thinking about this as well. So you have been kind of persevering. You want the stability from this person, but you're willing to wait for all of this fulfillment because you're not willing to settle, essentially. Like you're willing to put in the hard work and kind of distract yourself with everything that you're doing, everything that you are creating. Oh my gosh, but you're going to have to take a leap. You're going to have to like take a little bit of a leap of faith here and kind of fall back into it, because I think this person is going to bring something into your life that you really weren't expecting. And I think you're kind of, again, used to like being in your own world, and you're going to have to cozy up with risk a little bit. These 2 kind of go together here with the Fool and kind of starting a new cycle and just being like allowing yourself to just fall into something. Like you're going to be in your own love story very soon, basically. This is so cool. I'm so excited for you, group 3. Let me try this one deck again. Let me just see if I can get any more characteristics of your partner, or see if we can get any timelines. Let's see. Sometimes it's hard, but I'm literally getting chills, group 3, because I cannot wait to hear about your love story. Seriously, comment below and let me know if any of this is resonating with you, because I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, we just got a bunch at the same time. So let's see. Oh my gosh, we got the 4 of Cups again. So this is something you've really been contemplating. You really have not been sure that this is going to happen for you. You got it twice. That's so interesting. So I think, again, you've been a little bit emotionally put out, because I think you want to keep persevering and you want this person, but it just like you've been stuck kind of in your head about it. So keep focusing on this creation. Keep focusing on this. Take a little bit of a risk. I'm almost sensing that you are going to meet this person through your passions. So I think, again, just if you keep surrounding yourself with the things that you're passionate about and your creations, I think you're going to find each other. And you are going to have the world open up for you. So this is just, again, I think there's going to be some travel involved. I think that there's definitely going to be, like, they're going to kind of turn your world upside down a little bit, but in a good way. Again, cozying up with this risk and really just challenging yourself. Oh, that one just flew right out as well. Because I think both of you have really been working so incredibly hard that you kind of, like, your work life is settled. Like, you've managed to create everything that you want. And I'm sensing so much art here. Like, there's so much creativity between the two of you. I feel like it's like similar but different energies. So you've both worked really hard on this. Whatever you've built, I'm so curious to find out, like, what these different things are. Like, is somebody a writer? Is somebody a painter? I'm almost feeling like there's, like, you bring your art to, like, conventions or something. I'm just seeing, like, booths with, like, a ton of people, almost like a farmer's market, but bigger. I don't really know what the name would be for it. But what's interesting is I think you've both really laid this foundation for security. You both have so much discipline, and you have more clarity and kind of patience. And so it's all going to be worth the wait. You also have a lot of 4s in here. So if 4 has some symbolism for you, definitely let me know as well. Ooh, okay, you guys just saw those shoot out. Let's see. Ooh, okay, so you're both very dedicated to your work and almost in like a religious sense. Like, that is your religion, that is your world. It almost feels like it's like, I don't know, I want to say like the word fandom or something. Like Comic-Con, but not, I don't know if I even know what this world is, like what I'm seeing. But please let me know if this is resonating in the comments, because I feel like this is a very specific reading. And if this isn't resonating for you, then you can definitely check one of the other piles. But I feel like this is very specific. We also have the Lovers, which just shows that you're really going to complement each other. And there's going to be a big spark there. So I feel like when you meet them, it's just going to kind of be an instant connection. Let me see. Where are my little romance angels? Let's see what else we've got in store for this connection. Ooh, okay. We do have soulmate. That goes with the Lovers. So this person is going to be someone who is in your life for a reason. They're going to feel really familiar to you. Ooh, interesting. Watch out for codependency. Because I'm wondering if maybe like you've kind of been, again, just like in your own world, not really focusing on love because you've just been busy creating. Almost like maybe is someone's a writer, or like characters. You've really been like immersing yourself in like a character's love story rather than your own, is what I'm feeling. So watch out for codependency and make sure that you maintain that independence once you do meet each other, so that you don't lose what you've created. Let's see what else. Let your friends help you. So I think kind of ask for support from others. Like, I think ask your friends to come with you to something. If you're a little bit scared to go by yourself, like I'm envisioning this travel situation. So wherever you're afraid to go or wherever you think you want to go, I think, like ask a friend to go with you, and they might be able to help you make those decisions. And then you are also going to be very attracted to this person. So that's always good, right? You've got the Lovers, soulmate, attraction. You've got some really good cards in there. I feel like we're almost done, but I feel like we just need like a couple more, because I want to see if I can get any more qualities of this person. Let's see. What else does group number 3 need to know about their person or their love life? What is coming up for them? Let's see. Oh, these cards are like all stuck together. Ooh, okay. We've got trust the timing. Okay. So time is not running out. I don't know how old you are, but you might feel like you've been like, I've like missed my shot at love, and that is absolutely not the case. Trust the timing. Trust wherever you're going. Ooh, we have wait. And it's not time yet. Things are being woven. Oh my gosh, which is so weird, because if you look at the 3 of Pentacles, like they're literally weaving this thing right here. And 3 kind of symbolizes like self-expression and development. So it's not time yet, but it is coming up here quite soon. And it's going to be worth the wait, but you're going to have to take a few risks. Let's see if there's anything else. Let's see. Star family. Okay, so you are part of a team of souls. We're getting like support, and I'm just getting so many people around you guys, like almost like you're going to be part of a bigger picture. Again, like that's what, almost why I'm like picturing like it's like a fandom, like Comic-Con or something like that. But I'm just sensing that it's going to be like you're going to be somewhere with like a lot of people, and you are going to be abundant. So I think you're kind of almost like the things that you're creating, the things that they're creating, like this poetry, this art, whatever they're creating, whatever this creator energy is, you are kind of like manifesting exactly what is going to happen. And you're really going to have like, you're going to be friends with this person. Like you might be friends with them first. Or maybe this is just like, you're going to meet new friends. You're also going to meet this person in this big group, whatever you're doing, whatever you're pursuing. There's going to be a lot of humor, which I love because I feel like humor and happiness are really important pieces in relationships. So group 3, only positive vibes here. I'm just getting it's almost happening for you. Take that risk when it comes up. Go do that thing. I don't know what it is, but go to that thing. Go to that convention. Whatever it is where your art is bringing you, whatever your passions are bringing you, go there, do that, and all will be well. So please let me know what resonated because I'm so curious about this pile especially. And do subscribe and come back for more readings. I'll see you later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.